Hey, everybody. This is my friend Susan LaPalombara,
And this is my friend Rick Horner.
and we are.
Holdwater.
We're going to do some improv for you, which means we kind of don't know what we're going to say or do, and neither do you. So we're all in the same boat. So let's enjoy this together, and let's see how that goes. Usually in improv, we get a suggestion. So I have some cards that have words on them, and we're going to shuffle them in view of you, whoever you are that's watching this, whenever you're watching it. And I'm going to hold up a card, and Susan will pick a word.
Our word today is rebel. Rebel.
Rebel.
Thank you, rebel.
Hey everyone, I am James Dale,
Hi, I am Samantha Stone.
and Samantha and I are going to be presenting a webinar to you today called Rebel.
Indeed. And we are feeling very rebellious today, aren't we?
We hope that you are as well. We thank all of you for joining us today. We have a large complement of inmates from a local correctional facility that are here getting credit that they can use to get out of jail a little bit early, as sort of a get out of jail free card, if it's okay to say that. And so we welcome all of you. Thanks for coming here from the San Quentin Correctional Facility. We also have a number of school children
Absolutely.
that were assigned for this as a science project, current affairs project. So we welcome the third graders of Harley Quinn Elementary School here as well.
Yes, the third graders were extremely excited to have them with us today. This is part of um, their program that they have in place there, with them to do some research and for them to not become incarcerated. They're starting early at Harlequin and just trying to get those kids to understand that there are consequences to their behavior that could land them in jail at some point in life. So we've got two ends here, the youngsters and some people who've gone the wayward way. We're looking forward to having you all with us today.
Yeah. And just so that you know, Samantha is joining us actually from the Ipswich Correctional Center, just outside of here in Reno, Nevada. I'm broadcasting from Reno.
Mm-hmm.
Samantha's broadcasting from Ipswich Correctional Facility. So you might notice that prisoners don't always get good internet connection. So if you see that, apologies ahead of time. And also for those of you watching us, if you're getting some, stilted, jerky movements, we apologize for that as well.
Yes, I apologize. Not anything I can do about it.
There's nothing. There's certain things we can't do anything about, and so that goes to both the jailbirds and to the school kids. There's things we can't do anything about.
Right.
Uh,
There's a lot
so
of things.
let's go. Yeah, so there's lots of things that are out of our control. So if I can get this thing, I think that is the arrow the play. I think the arrow is the play button. Let's
I
go
don't
ahead
know. I
and.
haven't had one of those in a while. As I've told you at the top, I am Samantha Stone, and I'm incarcerated.
Well, this is a tool that you can use. Use your tools. That's one of the lessons that we'll cover today during the course of our time together. So here's what we're going to be covering today. What is a rebel? So we're going to get into some specifics of what a rebel is, maybe what a rebel looks like or sounds like, and we'll get into all that kind of stuff. Then we're going to go, where are rebels? So first we'll figure out what a rebel is, then we'll figure out where they are. And then our last one is just called rebellious. So we're really excited about that third part. And here's some pictures of some people that you might know are some famous rebels. Does anybody recognize who that is? Go ahead and put that into the chat if you can recognize who that is. No, 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 it's not Chris Evans. No, I'm getting a lot of Chris Evans. More from the inmates than the third graders, which is surprising. Nope, I'll give you a couple more seconds. And nope, no right answers. No, it's not Chris Evans.
Why?
It's not SpongeBob. Who is it, Samantha?
Who is it? It's
Yeah,
my
in the
dad. Okay.
yep.
None of you know him. Okay. This is my father. This was a trick. Okay. I didn't actually know that you were going to put the picture of my dad up there, but there he is, everyone. It's My dad was an early rebel, and I guess I followed in his footsteps. Okay, he was a money launderer, and he was a philanderer. He was a lot of ers. Okay, and so I guess I just got on that bandwagon, and there he is.
Nick from Cell Block C says he was handsome. Is this correct? Is this past tense or is this current tense? Is it he is handsome?
He, he's just old. Okay, and when
Yeah,
as you
he's
get
only
older,
old.
sometimes
Yeah,
people don't think you're as handsome. My dad is a handsome guy. Yeah, that's it. He's just old. Yeah,
he's just old
he's handsome,
and
and that's partly
troubled.
why he was able to get away with all the shit that he got away with.
Stuff. Yep. Let's take a look at another picture. I have another picture here. This guy is
My,
easily recognizable. This is James Dean. You can go ahead and
I'm
write
going
that
to
in the
send you
chat if you
just a
want to.
private.
That's a Zoom
I'm
functionality
just
for the
writing you
third
a private
graders
message.
or for the convicts. Um, if you need to message somebody, you can write something in Zoom in between person to person. So you guys don't see anything in the chat, but I see something that's in the chat. And so for those of you that want to, you can write in there that was James Dean. You can write that. It's just practicing being right. In
James
life,
Dean,
sometimes it's nice to be
rebel
nice.
without a
Yep.
cause.
James Dean,
Rebel
Rebel Without a
without
Cause.
a cause.
I was named after him. My parents named me James after James Dean. So,
Is that right? Okay, great.
yeah.
I don't really, full disclosure here. I don't really know James very well at all. We've only met a couple of times. He came into, he's one of these do-gooders, y'all, and he came into, visit with the prisoners, and he visited with me, and I guess he saw something in me, and he thought, hey, let's do a webinar together. Let's talk about rebels. And I said yes. And so here I am with this guy, James, and maybe we should just keep going and tell them what a rebel is. I'm going to leave that to you, James.
Oh, Kristen from Cell Block D asks, was it a carnal visit? No, it was not a carnal visit. And third graders
No.
will tell you what that means at the end if you can stick around. It looks like it's time, though, for us to go into our first breakout room. So
Okay.
remember, in this first section, we're talking about what is a rebel. So before we give you the textbook answer, we want you to go into breakout rooms and amongst yourselves. These are going to be fairly small breakout rooms, about 25 people per room. Just discuss people that you think are rebels. So we don't want to give too many of them away. We gave you a couple famous ones. And, so in the breakout room, just going to take a pen and pencil, or like if you have like a shiv or something that you can scratch into the concrete with, whatever you have, boogers. Find some way to mark down people that you think are famous rebels. So we're
Yeah.
about to send a mixture of third grade kids and convicts into the rooms.
Just send them away,
Uh,
okay, James? Just send them away so they can
yep.
do what they need to do. Because they're not allowing me in here. I got permission.
And you'll have about 5
I got
minutes
permission to be in
per room.
here.
And there you go. All right, so we'll see you, everybody, when you come back in about 5 minutes. Bye. You don't have to click on anything. Nope, yep, it'll take you away. It is just like prison. They come and get you.
Oh
It's
my
funny.
God. This
There we go.
sucks.
This is going great.
Sucks. I got out a yard for this, okay? I could have been outside. I could have been walking around in the yard. Instead, you got me doing this bogus bullshit.
What you said you wanted to help people. This is a great opportunity for us to help these
Yeah.
misanthropes, you know?
All right. Yeah, look. Don't characterize him that way, all right? Some of us just, you
Oh,
know,
sorry.
most of us are in here for no reason at all, okay? We got a bad rap,
Um,
and people are just like, you know how many people in here are in here for bogus reasons, James? Call you Jim, Jimmy, Jimbo. You know how many people are in here
nobody.
because some sucker, somebody like sent them up, right? Or framed them. There are a lot of people in here who don't belong here. I am one of them, okay?
Um, all right. Well, that's fine. I'm not going to argue. I would just say, like, your dad stabbed through a guy at a convenience store to get out.
Listen here, Jimbo. I am not my dad, okay?
All right.
Jackson Stone was a man on his own. That's what he always used to say. I'm Jackson Stone. I'm a man on my own. All right. Just because
Yeah.
I was driving the getaway car one time doesn't mean that I had anything to do with him. Okay.
Well, it didn't work out the way you planned, is all that I'm saying. Look, you seem like a decent person. You seem like a decent
Thank
human
you.
being.
I
Yeah.
am. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just
We
you
just
made some mistakes, like some huge mistakes, and now you'll be incarcerated until you like I don't know. I don't really understand how it works, like because I'm not in jail. I guess they keep you there until you stop being bad or something. It's
you get a
whatever.
sentence, Jimbo. You get a sentence. If you do good, maybe you get out early. Maybe you come up for parole earlier than you might have. Sometimes you do bullshit in here. If you do some bullshit in here, they extend your sentence for no fucking reason, And
Just you got to
it's
watch the
the
language when the kids
system's
are on.
the system. Fuck those kids. Why are there third graders here in the first place, man? If they're already
It's
bad,
I
if
told
they're
you I'm going
bad
to
with
try to
adults,
get you a stipend. I don't know how much I can get you in the slammer, but I'm going to try to send you something. If it wasn't for the third grade kids, I wouldn't have gotten the grant from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting to even do this webinar. So,
smokes, Jimbo. Next time you come and visit me, can you bring me some smokes?
yeah,
What do you
sure.
like?
No, that's what I'll come to the jail and I'll be like, I need to see Samantha. I have a pack of cigarettes. Like what? I mean, what? Why
Right.
wouldn't we just have a carnal visit at that point? You know, like what's the difference?
Well, that's all part of the plan. I like to smoke thereafter.
All right.
You like that word, thereafter? I've been using that a lot lately. I
Are you
hate people
reading
who are
stuff in the
like,
jam?
I'm just like reading whatever comes my way. You know what's been coming my way a lot lately? That magazine called The Pacific. No, it's called The Atlantic. And I've been reading shit in that. There's a lot of bullshit in there.
What's some pretty strong views in there.
There's a lot of strong views everywhere, man. You should hear what's going on here.
Hmm. I'm starting to think maybe we just do this one and then maybe that's it. Like maybe we just cut it off there. You know, I don't want to get
I
like involved and like I've
I
had
want
long
to get I
distance.
want to I want to get involved.
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering if
Get
it's
involved with you, Jimbo. You're kind of unique,
I
and nobody's been to see me in years, and all of a sudden you show up looking like a tasty treat,
hmm.
tasty. And I'm thinking, let's do this webinar, baby. Let's do it, even if it is bullshit, because God knows what the payoff could be. You know what I mean?
Well,
You know what I'm talking about, Jimbo?
yeah. I just I mean, I know my dad knows your dad, which is the whole way we got to know each other, and I get that we have history. You know,
We were in diapers together, Jimbo.
yeah.
There's a lot to be said for that. A lot to be said. Yep.
I just
I know your ex-wife too. I know her. All about your ex-wife and the kinky
what is
stuff.
that supposed to
Oh,
mean?
oh, kinky, 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 Jim. Jimmy Jimbo, Jimbo the kinky bo. Just saying.
Wow.
It's just
So
saying.
this is
Well,
like
she
verbal
left you, but
extortion?
I no, I'm just telling you. She left you for it, but I'm all into that. So, no, your wife, she gave me some pointers. She didn't know it. She thought she was like outing you or something. But she gave me
Hmm.
some good tips. Bippity boppity boo, you know what I'm saying? Bimbo, Jimbo. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. What you
uh,
got underneath that?
what what do you mean?
What you wearing underneath that? What is that? A polo shirt or something? Polo?
Yeah, the polo shirt and a pair of khakis.
Hmm. Can't see the khakis.
They're there.
I can imagine them though.
I don't know. I all I'm saying is like it might take me a while with the cigarettes. I mean, we have fellowship tonight, at Our Lady of
What's
James
Oh
Church. And
no, 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 no religion. Don't talk to me about religion.
well, there's Bibles in there. You could read one.
I don't want to hear anything about the bullshit that's written in that Bible, okay? That's bullshit.
Maybe you're bullshit. You ever think of that, Samantha? Maybe you're the one that's full of shit. Maybe you are the way. Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome
Hey
back.
everybody. Here's
Hey.
Jimbo. Okay, getting personal. Getting real personal while you guys were over there in your little rooms doing God knows what with the third graders.
Let's go ahead and put into the chat what you did in the breakout room. Who are some people that you think are rebels? And, oh, yep, starting to see a bunch of them coming in. Yeah, Susan B. Anthony, that's an interesting one. Yeah, we'll take that.
Uh,
Lots of ones I expected. A lot of rock stars. Mick Jagger. I think you misspelled that, but that's I get what you're saying. Mick Jagger.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
so
feel like we ought. Hey, hold up a second. Susan B. Anthony, huh? What kind of a rebel was Susan B. Anthony? Who said that anyway? Who said that?
Lester in the elementary school.
Oh, Lester, you're full of crap. Susan B. Anthony. You know what? We haven't told them what a rebel is. A rebel is somebody who is scary as shit. They are just they're hot shit. They're scary as shit, and they command a room. That is a rebel. That's a definition of a rebel. Susan B. Anthony, she never was inside, first of all, so she couldn't command a room. And was she scary? No, she was wearing a dress. She was wearing a dress so long she could have tripped on it. Okay, what kind of a rebel wears a dress that so long you could fucking trip on it? Excuse
Uh,
my
for
French.
those that didn't yet get the chance, there's a waiver that's attached. It's with the email that's got the Zoom link in it. Just go ahead and sign off on that if you can. Again, whatever you have, if you want to shiv out some blood and just write, just and then send that back to us so we have those because we're doing our best with language, but being a rebel sometimes means you say things that might upset somebody else. So that's part of being a rebel.
Being a
Um,
rebel, telling it like it is, okay? And guess what? Words are there to be spoken, okay? If there was a dictionary that had words in it that we wouldn't be able to speak, why would the words be in there in the first place? You know what I'm saying? So whatever you want to say, you need to say it. That's what's rebelizing over here, okay? What's what we're doing.
I can't argue with that logic. I barely understand it, but I'm actually I agree with you. All right, so let's move on to our next slide.
Yeah,
Uh, So here's some people that are rebels in action. This is the sketch group Monty Python. They're reenacting the
bullshit.
Battle of the Bulge,
Yeah,
and
that's bullshit.
it's a joke because it's not actually like the Battle of the Bulge. It's them pretending to. It's this might not have been the best slide, but
No,
the
get
idea
rid of it.
is I'll take that out for the next time when there's a next time because there's always a next time. Let's move on to so now we know what a rebel is in a manner of speaking. So let's move on to our next section. Being a rebel. What is it like being a rebel? So being a rebel can take a lot of different shapes. Here is a picture of a person sitting on a bus, and you can see it's just a crudely drawn cartoon, but you can see that it's a woman sitting on the bus, and there's a guy that's standing next to her that's asking her to get out of her seat. Can anybody in the chat? Can anybody answer? Who do you think it is that's sitting in this seat?
Sitting in the seat. Who cares who's sitting in the seat, Jimbo? The guy who's trying to get her to stand up is an asshole.
Uh, well,
Bullshit. Look,
that is
she looks
true.
pregnant to me. The woman looks pregnant. She needs to stay in her seat. What the fuck is he doing saying to her, get out of your seat? The guy's an asshole.
So that this is an example of a couple different things. This is an example of racism because you can see the man standing is white. The woman that's sitting is a colored woman, a black woman.
Black. She's black, man. Don't use the word colored. What are we back in 1960 or something like this? What the hell's
Well,
the matter
that's
with you anyway? You know
at
what?
the time.
Let me say
That's
something.
why I painted for colored people in the background. I'm trying to make
No,
it
no. You know what?
historically.
Take that fucking slide down, Jimbo. You know what's really bad, and I'm just gonna say it, and I think we're all thinking it. At least all my patriots are thinking it. Probably you third graders are thinking it too. Somebody who's not a rebel, what business do they have talking about what a rebel is? It's like men talking about what it's like to carry a baby. It's like the abortion situation, right? If
That
you
doesn't
aren't
feel
a
like.
rebel, you look up, Jimbo. I'm talking. You cannot typing to. Who are you talking to, Jimbo? Who are you typing
I,
to?
I'm
Okay, you
getting
better not
some.
be type. You better not be talking to my warden, okay? Because I'm allowed to be here. I said I'm allowed to be here. And here's the thing: are you a rebel? What was the last rebellious thing you did? Did you send something back? Was it not cooked enough at the restaurant? Was the wine too cold or too hot? Like what's your rebel? What's your rebel thing all about,
Oh,
Jimbo?
that's right. Henry from C Block says Rosa Parks mofo. And the mofo part's not necessary to communicate the information, but Rosa Parks is correct. This is a picture, well, it's a drawing that I made. It's a little crudely drawn of Rosa Parks. She was a big time rebel
Like her.
because.
Doesn't look a thing like her. Looks like a pregnant woman sitting on a bus with hash marks all over her, which you put all over her because you thought that was going to make her look like she was black, or as you say, colored, which is very racist. So now you're bringing up something that was from a time that was like in this country that was even more racist than it already is right now, and you're being a fucking racist. Because Rosa Parks, she was a fucking rebel. She was a badass, okay? And that's what it means to be a rebel. She was a
That's
badass.
for those of you and some kids. I know some of you are learning some things that you maybe didn't intend or maybe wasn't intended to be learned. Just try to filter out the good stuff. And yes, it is difficult to use magic marker to color things. So
Oh,
thank
boo
you,
hoo.
Al
Boo
from
hoo.
A Block. Cell 39. It is hard to color with magic marker, so thank you. I appreciate that. Let's move on to our next breakout room. So we have another breakout room for you. What do you consider as something that a rebel would do that an ordinary person would not do? And so you'll go into a discussion group. It looks like we've lost a few people, so we'll have slightly smaller breakout rooms. I don't think we need to go 25. That seems like a lot. Let's have a breakout room of 4 a piece. Three a piece, and that should do a pretty good job. Go into the breakout room and just talk about what are some things a rebel would do. That down to all right. We can do 2 and 2. We'll do 2 and 2. Stick around so that you can get your credit for this 2 and 2, and we'll have you go right into the rooms to discuss.
Oh
Right
man. Oh
now.
no.
See you in 10. Bye, everybody. Hey, what the? Come on, you're cursing rapidly and a lot, and the third grade kids they all dropped out. There's no third grade kids left. It's only Convis left
I didn't want them here in the first place. Why were they here in the first place? I told you I didn't want them here in the first place. It's one way to get
because of
rid
the
of them.
Corporation of Public Broadcasting. I'm not coming there and bringing you
That's a bunch
cigarettes.
of liberal jerk. What?
I'm not coming.
What?
I'm not going to
Why
bring
the
there
hell not?
because I could meet somebody at Burger King and have a carnal visit. I don't need to come to all the way to
Yeah,
Ipswich.
sure. We have a connection. You know, you feel it. You know it's happening. Okay. You like my salty language, and you know it. That's the rebel in you. You like that.
I'm I'm a little bit grossed out by the face tattoo. Okay, there, I said it. The face tattoo kind of freaks me out because you got a tattoo of a part in your hair, and then you have lines that look like hair going down the front of your face, so that I can't tell whether you're coming or going. It's only when you're talking, I can even tell that you're not facing away from me.
You love it. Come on. You know you love it. Did mommy never let you get a tattoo when you were a little wee thing?
No, I never got a tattoo. No, I'm blemish free.
And you want one, don't you?
I
You
no, I
want
don't.
one. Yeah, you want one.
I don't think I want a tattoo.
Oh, I could give you a tattoo. Next time you come in, just bring me something sharp.
Look,
Pin,
I'm
ends and
gonna come
ends.
back
Just
and
a
I'm gonna
pin.
get I'm gonna get the
Just a pin.
recording equipment and stuff. I don't want you doing those things and recording them. I changed my mind. This just feels like a whole
They're
thing feels like
done.
a bad idea.
They're done. They're all
Well, then
done, and you know you want to see them.
I will bring one pack of cigarettes. I will mail one pack of cigarettes to you.
Oh, Jimbo, you're afraid of me. You're not a rebel. You're not going to
I
come
am
in for
afraid of
me.
you. I am. I'm afraid of you.
Oh, don't be afraid of me, Jimbo. Oh, what can I do to make you feel more comfortable? What can I do?
Get teeth. Get some teeth. Get a
That's not
functional set
funny.
of. Well,
That's not
you
funny.
asked. You asked.
You know what? Now it's getting personal. I mean, it's
The
one thing to
face
comment.
tattoo wasn't personal.
Say, Jimbo, it's one thing to talk about my art. Okay, not everybody understands art. Okay, this is art. This is a work of art. I am a work of art. I am what's your face hanging on the louver. That's what I am.
Louver?
I am.
I'm going to apologize now, Samantha. I made a mistake. I made a calculated mistake. I thought we had a connection. I thought that you were not like the rest of the people that were in
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
lockdown.
whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean not like the rest of the people? I'm not like the rest of the people. I'm an individual.
Are you, though?
It's you liberals. You come in here, you're all like, I'm going to save the world. I'm going to come in. I'm going to talk to I'm going to talk to a prisoner, an incarcerated prisoner, right? And I'm going to like be a do-gooder, and I'm going to help them like get out of jail free, which was a stupid as ass thing to say at the beginning of this webinar thing that you got going here. And you know, the truth is you really just like being on other people's coattails, and my coattails are long and they're beautiful
You
and
know
they're
what?
feathery. What?
This would be a good time for you to tell me why you're even in prison because I trusted that you were going to tell me. You kept telling me, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. Look at this. And then you would do the thing with your eyelid and stuff. And you never ended up telling me. But I don't even know what you're in prison for.
Look, it was an accident, okay? All I can tell you is when you take somebody's car, you don't realize that they're halfway out of it, and you drag them for like 10 or 15 blocks down the road and they end up not making it. That's not on purpose. That's an accident, okay?
Wait.
So I did that a couple times, two, three times, okay?
You drove a getaway car and somebody was getting out of the car and you dragged them for a whole bunch of blocks?
It wasn't our car, okay? The getaway car that I was supposed to go wasn't working. I was like, how am I going to get there? My father's going to be really mad. So I had to get another car. That car, I drove that car for like, I don't know, 10, 15 blocks. And then I realized that somebody was attached to it. So I left that car because I'm not going to drive around with a corpse dragging around the back of a car. I mean, that's like putting a bullseye right on my back. And then I got another car, and wouldn't you know, same goddamn thing happens, right? It's like if I tell you to get out of the car, get out of the fucking car, okay? Don't leave a leg or an arm. Like, don't reach in and grab something that you think I'm gonna. I don't care what's in your car. I just want your car. That's why I carjacked it, okay? So a couple of people down, whatever. All right, it wasn't my fault. Okay, yes, it was my fault that I took somebody's car, but that they died in the process, it's not my fault. It's ridiculous. And now I got like 40 years to life for what? For an accident. What would happen if you had an accident? You accidentally, like, let's just say you accidentally, slammed somebody's hand in the door and like their whole fucking hand fell off. Are you responsible for that? No. That person's hand was in the door. Don't keep your hand in the door. You know the door is going to close. Just saying.
My brother,
Good.
My brother was killed by somebody who jumped into a quote getaway car and drove away.
Come on, Jimbo.
Was
Now
that
you're just
you? Was
now
that
you're
you?
now you're just making stuff up.
No, my brother Jeremy is gone now because some thoughtless, terrible murderer got into a getaway car. You used to live in this area. That's why they put you in jail here.
Look,
It's
I don't know their
close to
names.
here.
Nobody knows who their names are. They're
I know their
nameless. Okay,
names. That's my brother.
don't shout, Jimbo. There's no need to shout. Okay, he's gone. Okay, we could have a moment of silence. Okay, let's have a moment of silence.
You're disrespectful and you're
That's it.
terrible.
Say that. Well,
Why? You don't know why I said that?
I just said I can't believe you said that.
Oh, you can't believe it. Oh, you can't believe it. I
No,
wish I would have
because
went to court. I decided that court was going to be too sad. I would have seen your ugly puss sitting there getting sentenced, and I would have laughed. Ha 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 ha! Go to
yes,
hell. Go right to
yes.
hey everybody. Hey, welcome back. Welcome
Hey,
back,
welcome back,
everybody.
everybody. I want to let you know something really exciting happened while you were gone, okay? When we
Yeah,
started out this podcast, webcast, whatever the heck this thing is we're doing,
webinar.
Jim and I, a webinar. See how he's getting real rebellious? Pretty great, right? He was just a mamby-pamby. But guess what? My plan worked, okay? I have been needling the hell out of him since we got on this mamby-pamby, whamby-samby thing we're doing here, okay? And all of a sudden, guess who's a rebel? Guess where the rebel is now, everyone? You're looking at him. It's Jimbo. Jimbo the rebel. Blah, 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 blah. And he's typing away. Who knows what he's typing away? It's probably his last will and testament.
I just sent
Uh,
an email. I just sent an email. So welcome back, everybody. I hope that you had a good time in the room and got a chance to talk about whatever it was that we told you to do in the room. It kind of doesn't matter, right? So there you go. Oh, something's happening.
no,
How's it going there, Samantha? Everything good over there?
you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, Jimbo. No, I'm not. No. Get away from me.
This is what happens. this this is what happens. So for the few of you that are still here, thanks for coming. Thanks for attending. I hope you got something out of this. And you know what? The last part is rebellious. So I'm gonna allow you to hear what it sounds like when you're rebellious. This is
No.
what it sounds like. I want my brother back.